It's been like 2 weeks. Because we did this when we got to London, right?
Yeah.
Like we were at Phil's place after our first day in London.
Yep.
Man, guys, we have had a whirlwind.
You know what I'm afraid of right now?
What?
I just realized Michael probably just finishing up his back workout.
That was a beast workout.
Yeah?
Well, I'll talk about that just a minute.
Okay. Oh, shoot. We're buffering. You know what I'm afraid of? I didn't switch on to the right. Hang on just a minute, guys. I got to make sure I'm on the right internet.
Hey! All right, is this going to quit buffering?
It should.
All right, hopefully that quits buffering.
I got to put it on the right internet.
Yeah, all right, so that's not on the right internet either?
It is now.
It is now. All right,
okay,
we're live.
Mike, you're so buff, you're buffering.
I'm so buff, I'm buffering. That's pretty buff.
Hey, Sarah Latona's on.
What's up, girl?
Trey Sweet.
Trey, big practice this weekend.
Yes, sir. Guys,
special guest.
I don't have that on our list either.
All right, guys. So before we get started, Rebecca's going to go over all the stuff that we're going to be talking about.
In just a minute. Yes, go ahead.
We have an open practice this Saturday from noon to 4 at the MonsterFactory. Special guest, Ron and Angie Bath. Okay, so just to let you know, I'm on a stool. Part of it's on the platform. Part of it's
You gonna knock me off?
On the AstroTurf. If I tilt too far back, you might be missing a monster.
Look, he is really good about this stuff,
I took 2
right?
falls in the UK.
Right, Phil?
I
know you're on here, yeah.
But yeah, so special Trey Sweet, special guest Trey Sweet. It's Suit, but we call you Sweet. So Sweet. I don't know. It's all good. But yeah, so badass practice Saturday noon to 4. If you weren't aware about it, if you're gonna be around, if you want to come,
right here at
message me. I'll give you the address. Should have a good time. Like I said, Ron's gonna be here. Corey's gonna be here. I talked to Matt Cheney. Said there's a good group of guys coming up from Texas, more coming from Missouri.
Don't forget Angie.
I already said Ron Angie Bath. Said that.
Okay, yes.
Yep. So all right. So that's what we got. Badass practice this Saturday.
Awesome.
All right. So what's up, baby?
All right, guys. So what we're going to be talking about on this live, so that you can know, and if you're rewatching it after it's already been live and uploaded, just so you'll know what is on here. We're going to be talking about our UK tour. Okay. Hey, Phil.
Woody.
Looking good, Billy Ray, Meteor.
Feeling good, Mortimer.
Yeah.
no, feeling good, Lewis. That's it. I got it wrong.
Yeah.
So we did a thing on the car ride home, car ride back to the airport about 80s movies, and that's Trading Places.
I think Phil's much better at all of those.
Man, I kicked his ass. He knows what's up.
We know who won, don't we, Phil? All right, so we're going to be talking about the UK tour. We're also going to be talking about, of course, because you guys have been asking, we got to recap King of the Table.
Yeah.
Wow, right?
Which was pretty impressive.
Right. Yeah. And then we're going to be talking about East versus West.
Cinco.
6?
Cinco.
What?
5.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cinco.
5 coming up.
That's my
practice.
2 years to Spanish in high school.
You're going to be talking about that practice video that's come out.
There was a practice video?
Yeah. And we had problems.
Problems with MonsterFactory 3.
We'll get to that in just a minute. And then I finish it up talking about the quest.
The coolest thing in the
100.
history of arm wrestling ever. Monster Michael Todd's quest for 100 first places in 2023.
Yes, you guys. But right now, you've got the opportunity to go ahead and click that thumbs up. Click out of chat. Click the thumbs up. Just so that YouTube knows that you like what's happening and they can send it out.
How far away from 100,000 subs are we? Because let me tell you real quick. Go ahead.
Thank you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you can go ahead and click that thumbs up so that YouTube knows and sends it out. But also, please go ahead and share this to your feed, because we are very, very close, guys, trying to get to that 100,000.
We are 364 subscribers away from 100,000 subs. Hey, you don't have to, but if you want to, go get 364 of your friends to subscribe real quick so we can do it during this live. Have a big 364 away, guys.
Okay, are we by, or is that just my computer?
I think we're good now. Okay, so here we at, babe. What we got? UK tour.
Split Fitness, you were awesome. Awesome. Phil says the picture is good there. Okay.
Cool.
So,
yep.
Anyways, maybe he's talking about there's no video about that practice. Okay. Michael, is Justin Bishop done with arm wrestling? No, he's not. No, he's going to East versus West 5, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is he? I don't know. I don't know the card.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about, Robert. Yeah. All right, so let's start off with talking about the UK tour. Okay, guys, we were there for 13 days. We left, we were gone from home for 14, right? But you have to take away travel time. So we were there for 13 days. We slept in 10 different cities.
We did. We did. We had 12 nights that we stayed. We had 12 nights that we spent. 14 days of total travel, 12 nights we spent. 10 of those nights were spent in different cities. Thank you, Phil Woody, for an amazing tour.
Awesome.
I told Phil, I was like, listen, I want to see as much as England as possible.
He made sure we saw as much
I was unaware of that, man. Every morning I had to pack up my luggage and go to another place. But it was awesome. We saw so many amazing things.
It was stayed in a castle.
Oh, we saw so many castles.
Okay, there are 67 thumbs up. We have got a great story about the funniest thing. And actually, you all will...
Hashtag...
Yeah.
You know what's up, Phil Woody.
So you guys give me a thumbs up if you want to hear Monster Michael Todd tell you exactly.
So I might let Rebecca tell you the story because she will tell it a little bit funnier than I did.
Well, it
was hysterical.
It turns out he's not only an asshole here in the States, he's an international asshole.
I'm an international asshole. That's how that works.
Okay. What was your favorite thing to see in England? Oh gosh, that's so hard.
That would have been Rebecca.
Aww. That's so hard. We had so many favorites. What was your favorite thing?
Favorite thing that I saw, Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
The favorite place I visited, Lake District.
Lake District was awesome.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
The biggest surprise I got, Bamberg Castle being on the beach like that.
Bamberg Castle. Bamberg.
Whatever, how you say it. The fact that it was on the beach like that, and the beach was just so beautiful, and I was stunned that was the landscape of that area.
I knew when we went to the UK that we were going to see castles. I did not, and history, right? Because the UK is rich with castles and history. And here in America, y'all, we're still, you have to realize we got new shit here, right? I mean, even our antique stuff is like new shit compared to things over there when you're talking about things that are in before 1000, 1200, 1400s. It's just, you're looking at stuff that is really ancient and how they put it together with their hands.
I don't think stonework, the skill of stonery, I don't know how you call it.
It has not improved.
It has improved at all in the last 1,000 years because the intricacy of the stuff that they did, like the Minster in York and Milan.
It was amazing.
It's so detailed. You're just like in awe. I mean, we like that castle, the tower that was left from the castle in York was right across the street from our hotel. 1060 or something is when it was erected. I mean, it's crazy.
Did you get to, Robert Gold says, did you get to meet any people speaking Cockney? I don't know what that is, but 4 new words that I got that I absolutely love. The boot, it is so much better than trunk.
The boot.
Daft, so much better than stupid, okay? Daft just sounds absolutely awesome. And Phil, you're gonna love me for this one. I'm gonna go on a mooch and I'm gonna find some scrap. All right. So if you guys want to know what a mooch and some scrat is, or if you know, drop it down in the comments below. But
we've got 3 new subs so far.
We did? Okay, awesome, guys. Yeah, you got a sub to be in the comment section because we are looking forward to celebrating. Finally, I've been waiting for some Monster Factory news. Let's go.
All right. So you're gonna tell the funniest thing. Real quick for the funniest thing. Robert
Going
Gould,
for a walk for food. That's right, Andy.
Robert Gould just commented about, I was probably just finishing my back workout. I just talked to Robert prior to my back workout. So I'm going back. I'm still doing my powerlifting stuff and all that. Took a couple falls. Was really concerned about my shoulder. Probably still need to get an MRI. Right. But doing much better now. Doing much better. I feel better. So I went ahead and did a BFR back workout. Now, I did 80% of the strongest BFR back workout I've ever done, which meant I did 200 pounds on lat pull downs, seated rows, all that's great workout. BFRs. Finished in 11 minutes. Super intense. Crazy thing was, I started off with 2-inch grip, 2-inch thick pipe pull-ups. I don't care, you're gonna listen. Pull-ups. So I did pull-ups to start off the workout, which totally blew.
Hang on, guys, just a second.
I have no idea. Hey, Phil, tell us what's up.
Are we on? It's not on my computer.
Our computer's not showing up, but how are we looking on there?
Excuse my hand, guys. You guys got video? Nothing there, they said.
Nothing there, huh? You're on. Somebody says we're on. We're on. Hey, we're back. Okay, fix that real quick. Bam. All right. So we got all that squared away. Back workout was amazing. Funniest thing on the UK tour, babe.
Stop just a minute. If it should crash again, we might have to go inside and restart this video, guys. So I will just immediately restart a new live, okay?
If that happens.
Yeah, so look how bad it is.
Granny, it's okay. Babe, do you want to do it or I don't.
It's bad video. Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Get off Wi-Fi. All right, so I'm going to try and tell the funniest story.
Epic.
All right, so what happened? Look. Looks good for me, Robert Gould said.
Hey, Marcus,
Audio's
good, just send it.
All right.
It's good here. Okay, let's roll.
All right, so basically, we are at our third hotel, okay? And
it is our third hotel, yep.
Yeah, and we're going to breakfast, and you have to give your room number because you have pre-purchased breakfast, right? And we're hungry because we've already done our fasted cardio. And Michael walks up
to the little stand.
To the stand, and they're like, "What room number?" 511. And the gentleman looks down at his paper, and he looks up at Michael, and he goes, "Are you sure?" Michael's like, "Yeah, I'm sure. It's 511."
I probably wasn't that mean. I was like, "Yeah, dude, 511."
So, come on, guys. You know, he's very confrontational.
I am not confrontational at all. I might have been hungry at that point.
So the guy then has his friend come over, and they're both like, if you can just see them, they're looking at their paper and they're looking for names, and they're like, "Sir, are you quite certain?" 511, dude. That's where we're at. There are people behind us. And so he said it 3 times now. The people are like looking it up, trying to find Michael Todd's name along with 511.
Let me tell you
the
reason I'm starting to get irritated is because we paid again last night to upgrade us from the Continental to the hot breakfast, right?
Yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, we paid for it.
I paid last night.
Paid last night. So we're there with 511.
I probably at this point was a little, not necessarily aggressive, but there you had a little bass in my voice. I was a little
short.
I was hangry.
And y'all know me. I'm just like,
she's like, and she's like, "Yeah, 511. You know. So, now there's two dudes behind us, and about this point, I realized that was our room from the day before.
He's like, "Oh,
I'm like, oh, dude, man, my bad. I think we're 333.
333. Okay, now why is this so funny? These guys were so afraid to tell him.
I don't know if they were afraid. They just didn't know how to
They didn't know how to proceed. There wasn't enough security in the building to tell Michael, "Sir,
we only have 3 floors.
We only have 3 floors.
So
you're not in 511. They literally went minutes. I'm talking like 5 minutes. Everybody looking at this list, double checking it, each of them looking at each other, and they didn't know what to do, what to say, how to proceed, because this man was convinced he was in a room that did not exist in the hotel.
I was on a floor that didn't exist. But the 2 guys behind us, who also know there's only 3, they're like, "You had us convinced." You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the guy's in 511, you know? But,
right?
Yeah, Brad Butler just asked, practice is at noon on Saturday, noon to 4. So, we're just hosting the practice. If you got need to bring food, drink, whatever, that's on you. We're just going to have a bunch of good arm wrestling, have some cameras rolling, some good fun. But, yeah, it's open to pretty much anyone who wants to come. If you... unless you're an asshole. If you're an asshole, you're not allowed to be here. All non-assholes are allowed to attend the practice this Saturday. But yeah, so that was, and I don't know if we did it justice because it was way funnier in person. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
Okay, guys. So anyways, let's move on because King of the Table did happen. What number was it?
King of the Table 5.
5. Oh, so East versus West 5 and King of the Table 5. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
King of the Table did happen, and I've seen several folks ask, "What do you think about Collie calling you out?" Do you want to talk about that first, or do you want to just get into the matches?
We can talk about that. I like Collie. He's a good kid. He's not ready. I was super proud of him for beating Schoolboy. I did not expect him to beat Schoolboy. Now, would those wins have counted it under any other rules? No. That was a Devon Larratt style Kings move. The dude's it's so doesn't matter. He's not an arm wrestler. He doesn't train for arm wrestling, and he beat the most prolific, most popular, most well-known arm wrestler on the planet. A Schoolboy is a legit arm wrestler, and he's a giant. He's 6'5",
He's a junior world champion.
Yeah. He is. So for him to beat him, knowing that Schoolboy's gotten better since the last time they arm wrestled, just means that he's getting a better understanding of arm wrestling. But I believe the refs and everybody just wanted to see it arm wrestle. They want to see the match play out, and they let Colin get away with some really, really flagrant, King's move fouls, right?
Yeah.
Who cares? He still pulled it off. He had the strong arm. He was a stronger athlete. He was amazing. Now, trying to pull Bowen 2 matches later, horrible mistake. I mean, if he would have beat Schoolboy convincingly, he would have beat Bowen convincingly, in my opinion. Now, who knows? I'd like to see those guys pull fresh. Maybe Bowen has something from me, especially now that he's pulled him, he felt his hand, he's not intimidated by it. But as far as Colin wanting to arm wrestle me, I would happily pull him. That you're gonna have to pay me a ridiculous amount of money because I get absolutely nothing for beating up on a guy who doesn't arm wrestle. I like him. He's a great kid, super strong guy, genetic freak. Does he have phenomenal potential? Absolutely. Is he ready to pull me? Hell no. But I'd take the payday, right? So if they want to pay me to pull him, I'll happily pull him. But that's not a match that I'm excited about. I think he thought he was further along than where he was. I think he might have thought the gaps were bigger than what they were. But yeah, very impressed with his performance in Schoolboy. I got nothing but good things to say about him. Like I said, he could just be trying to hype some stuff up. I have no hard feelings. I like Colin a lot. If they want me to pull him, I'd happily pull him. But Chafee, holy shit.
Very impressive.
Super impressive. Now, Lachlan went exactly like I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, Lachlan is a very strong athlete.
Right.
He's a very conditioned, aesthetic-looking, powerful dude. He just ran into an elite-level, world-class arm wrestler, and he's not there yet. So that's what I expected to happen. Chafee and Vitali. First couple rounds, Chafee fought his ass off, and I was super proud of him. He was compromised in his hand and his wrist. He stayed solid. He pulled in the strap. He used his back. He used his side pressure. He looked great. Then you start seeing classic, what we've seen recently from Dave. Fatigue, lose around, couldn't get to the strap. And then for him to come back out on top and win that thing 4-3, spectacular. Both men, amazing performance by both guys. That's a match that technically could go either way anytime those two face. Dave is a powerhouse, super strong individual. Like I said, could not be more proud of the man. Super happy to see him back in the win column.
Yes.
I've messaged Vitali, spoke to him back and forth a little bit. Such a good kid.
Yes.
Such a good kid. Such limitless potential. Someone who I'd love to arm wrestle.
He's been on a hard run.
He has. What it was is, he was riding the high of giving Levon such a great match. Then COVID happened. He was inactive. He had not the best practice performance against Hermes. People started questioning where he was at. Then he had not a great performance against Dimitri. He comes back, he beats Dimitri, but then he ends up losing to a slew of other people. So, but yeah, Vitali is a threat to anyone. Anyone who says anything different is just naive. They don't understand the sport. You have good days, you have bad days. Vitali is still one of the best arm wrestlers out there. Dave Chafee proved to be still among the conversation. Like I said, right now, Levon is probably a level ahead of everyone. And then you're trying to find out who fits in from 2 to 10.
JP MMT is actually, he's got a cold.
Yeah.
We can't leave the damn country without him coming back sick. So.
Well, I took a COVID test yesterday. We honestly thought I had COVID for the 3rd time.
He does.
I've had labored breathing for the last several days. Now, also, my nutrition's been shit for 16 days. That negatively affects me. If I treat myself like an athlete, I perform like an athlete. Once I start eating not as good of nutrition, it does affect my breathing. But this is labor breathing from being sick. I mean, I don't know what, I'm wondering about this international travel thing. Marcus Thompson, I haven't read the message yet, but am I pulling in Ireland? What's up?
Big shout out to Phil Woody. Amazing job supporting Michael and Rebecca on their trip to the UK. We could not have had the trip we had if it was not for Phil Woody. Raging, I missed it. Hopefully next time Arm Gods is coming. Yeah, we hated missing you. We hated missing AW Daff. I just missed a Fox 8 Ball. I wanted to be able to see everybody, but hopefully we will come back at some point.
Well, Marcus is the guy who's going to be
Ireland.
him. They'll be making the decision. He's talking about Armed Gods. Will I be there January 14th? Is that a match that could happen potentially left-handed with Kyle Hutchins or right-handed against the overall UK champ, whoever that guy is? Can't remember his name.
Or later in the year.
Or later in the year. Mendagas, I think is his name. Strong guy, gave Homeboy a good performance in Arm Wars. A good match. But yeah, let me know.
Thank you so much for the support, Marcus.
It looks like the quest for 100 will start January 7th. But yeah, we'll get to that here in a little bit as well. But yeah, as far as King of the Table 5, watching Dave come out, fight like that, truly spectacular performance. I loved it. And watching Vitali just give everything he possibly can, fully commit to that posting top row and hold on for dear life. He looked really good. And then Ryan Bowen, I don't care that
Ryan, you're looking great.
I don't care that Colin had a hard match. I mean, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. I mean, the guy was in a grinder. I don't know how long that match took, and the amount of time they took in setups and in between fouls, and I mean, those are not the rules. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to make it interesting, I guess, and give everybody rest. But when you have a foul, you don't have a 5-minute break. I mean, you don't get to get over there and get your arm rubbed down and all that shit. You restart the match.
A foul is right back to the table.
Yeah, but
and that's
hey,
the only, someone was saying that the reffing was crap. I didn't think that at all. The only problem I saw was they took too much time to get back to the table. There was really no reason for that. Like Michael said, a foul is a foul, and you're right back at the table. You don't have, oh, well, let's go over and get some inside rubber arm down.
No. I mean,
chill,
and who knows? Maybe because they had decent not say decent. They had good commentary in between rounds that kept you entertained. So yeah, but I just want them to figure it out. You know, are we following a certain set of rules? Are we making up rules as we go? Do we have a time for the strap? Do we have a time in between rounds? I'm just so used to arm wrestling at its core and how it's always been. You have this amount of time between rounds. If you have a foul, you get back to. I mean, I'm just used to that. But hey, arm wrestling spectator friendly now. People like it, great, whatever. I'm cool. I don't care, man. I just want to arm wrestle. So, King of the Table, amazing. Aussie arm wrestler, what you got?
Aussie Arm Wrestler says, looks like you had a great time in the UK. We did. Phil Woody is the man. King of the Table was amazing. Glad you are home safe, guys. Ready? Bang. Thank you so much. And yes, we had a fabulous time in the UK. The only negative that I had to with the UK was, one, my dogs weren't there, and two, nobody gave me a lamb.
She wanted to pet a lamb and snuggle with a lamb the whole time she was there. There's so many,
Y'all have so many.
Is it lambs and sheep? They the same thing?
Yes, Michael.
I guess so.
Lambs and sheep.
Well,
Lambs
I just know every
sheep.
time we saw a sheep, she's like, "Can I pet one of those?" I'm like, "Well, I can go grab you one if you want," but I don't know if how illegal that's gonna be.
Just wanted one.
We had I mean, that was awesome. Just we toured.
Bill is definitely not Devon's personal referee, guys.
We toured basically all of the UK, all of England, right? And drove all over the place thanks to Phil Woody and his amazingly gas-friendly BMW diesel. That's like the best gas mileage vehicle I've ever driven in my life. Super weird driving on the other side of the road, on the wrong side of the car. I mean, or the opposite side of the car. So I was freaked out, and I got home, and Rebecca's like, "Are you okay driving?" Because I was used to driving on the other side of the road, and I was like, "Yeah, that was a one-way street, so I think I'm good." And I'm back to driving the U.S. now, so I'm good. But yeah, crazy time. East versus West 5.
Okay, so how is your training go? A lot of people heard you mention that you had a shoulder injury or have a shoulder injury. Guys, let me tell you, this man took not one, but 2 falls in the same day.
About an hour apart.
While we're hiking. And the first one was more his left side, and that is his left shoulder. He's got some pretty decent
We don't know
issues.
how bad it is.
I keep telling him we need to get an MRI,
I do need to get an
because
MRI.
if there's something that we need to do it now, right?
Yeah.
But the second one was on his right
It was on my
side.
right. I fell down I was crossing these boulders.
Yeah.
Big rocks on this beautiful place near Windermere. And she goes, "Did you just slip?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." And it wasn't 15 seconds later, bam. And the first one, I was just like, on my shoulder. This one, she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I think I might be hurt. I think I might have hurt myself on this one." And it did. My forearm went crashing down on the rock to catch myself. I normally tuck and roll about right. Somehow I just stuck my arm out. But I'm fine. I mean, I think I'm fine. I don't have any problems. Now, what I had noticed on the tour was significant atrophy in my thumb muscle from my thumb to my, index finger.
Which is not your pronator.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just the thickness. The hand just it was horrible. I was like, what the hell happened? And it's still pretty bad. But I had the big practice Saturday. We're gonna find out how my arm feels. I feel like it's great. I don't foresee any problems. It never came back. Like the muscle never came back. It had a little bit more growth, but it never came back to where it was. And I had accessed my pronator and riser again. So I don't think that's an indication of where my strength is at. I just think my opponent gets to reach further around the back of my hand because my thumb isn't as thick. So hopefully that's all it is. But yeah, I'm ready to go, strong. Everything leading up so far with the powerlifting moves, the seated curls. Obviously, I've caught a lot of shit because I put them on Facebook, and they're non-arm wrestlers commenting. And we know arm wrestling isn't static, strict form. I'm not trying to be strict curl champ or anything like that. But that 176 for, what was it, 27 reps or something? was a pretty big monumental set for me. So that lets me know that I'm at an all-time peak in that type of strength. That has a direct correlation to my riser, so I'm excited about practice Saturday, see where I'm at.
Godtaker95 says it may be nerve damage. Brian Shaw had something like this in his hand also.
It's 100% nerve damage.
Are you taking your mushroom stuff? Did you forget?
No, I took it this morning.
Okay,
I got to take
good.
it again.
He has taken some lion's mane mushroom from Phil Woody. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Phil said that he had a friend who had some severe nerve damage and started taking that and almost had a full recovery, so I'm on that.
Tamer McCoy wants to see a match with you and Jerry.
Happily. I mean, the thing is, it's so funny. It's just so funny about the internet. You hear one person state something and you assume it's fact. There's so much discrepancy in the shit that comes out of Jerry's mouth than what's actually true. And it's not that he's trying to intentionally mislead you. I just think his memory sucks. Or he's talking about things he doesn't have the information. Like, oh, I barely beat Todd 3-2.
That was 3-1.
I beat him 3-1. Round 1 was pretty good and pretty much dominated the rest of the rounds after that. You know, my body didn't quit on me and I didn't start bleeding out my nose when I was pulling him. So I think I probably did a little bit better than you did. So, but it gets a little stupid. Some of the shit, like the other day, someone watched the video of me applying the strap and said, because I applied the strap with the buck on his hand, I took 15% of the man's pronation strength away.
I thought it was 14%.
I don't give a shit what it was. It was dumb as fuck. That's what it was. Because
how do you come up with that number?
They heard that shit somewhere, probably on Devon's channel or something. Who knows? And it's the gospel now. Now, if you have the strap and you have the buckle, you've lost 14%. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Because I've been doing this for 32 years, and that's how the strap was applied forever. Until maybe like 5 years ago, right? It was never called a hustle strap back then. It was just called application of the strap. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's just, that's how social media works. You hear it once, it gets repeated, blah, 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 it gets distorted. But yeah, I mean, happily pull Jerry. I've never had a problem pulling Jerry. Jerry's never tried to get me to arm wrestle him. There's never been a match that I've been offered that I've declined. I was offered a quarter of the amount of money I got the last time I pulled him to pull him when I already had other matches set up and cover my own expenses. That's just not smart business. But yeah, East versus West 5, what we got?
East versus West 5. So, of course, you're facing Prudnyk.
Prudnyk, he's a pretty good arm wrestler.
Now, Jerry is also facing Hermes.
Hermes looks like, I don't know if those are Photoshop pictures or what. The dude looks like he looks amazing.
Okay, but he has looked amazing. Is he not like 290 pounds now?
I would say he's close to 300. He fucking looks enormous.
How does a guy that we knew from Zloty back in 2016 at
209, but he's been much lighter than that. He's been much lighter than that. He's been a much smaller guy.
Now he's 300 pounds.
He's got to be close. He looks enormous.
Is he spending time near Chernobyl or what?
I think he's hanging out there. He's got a vacation home right there on top of the radiation thing.
Oh my gosh.
The dude looks like
huge.
The pictures look photoshopped. The shit doesn't look real.
Okay.
Like if he's really that big and that fit.
If Hermes is going to have a chance with, let me back up. If Hermes is going to have a chance with Jerry, he cannot go at it like Gennady did.
He can. He can. I can beat Jerry that way.
Okay.
I can beat Jerry with him laying on me. Hermes might can too, but there's a much easier path.
A much easier
There's
path
a much
if you
easier
have
path.
access.
You don't have to let this dude jump all over you and then just, out arm wrestling from the worst possible position ever. You can just apply a lot of up pressure, a lot of side pressure in your hand, and once he goes to dump, get your shoulder behind it, commit, and go straight down. Travis did it 2016 WAL. Only time Travis has ever beat Jerry, but that's a perfect blueprint.
Okay, so does Hermes have a press like that though?
Yes, we know he does.
Well,
they have the Todd machine.
The Todd machine.
The monster machine.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, they built a machine.
The Todd tool.
Todd tool.
That's
yes, they
what it
built a tool so that they could climb and transition to a press so that he would be able to, combat my King's move.
Preston G, not necessarily. He says that Jerry's going to get killed. Not necessarily.
Jerry is problematic if you pull him wrong. Very problematic. And if they don't call elbow fouls, he's twice as problematic.
That's right, Phil. The Todd pipe.
Yeah, whoa! The Todd pipe. Boom! Ain't the first time the Todd pipe's been mentioned in this house. But yeah, it doesn't matter if Jerry's 350 pounds. Jerry's 330. I don't know what he weighs. Jerry carries some extra weight too. but Jerry's been that size forever. We're talking about someone who is a world champion from a middleweight or lighter division who now nears 300 pounds of lean muscle mass. So it's so funny that people get caught up in like, well, oh, for me to pull Levon, I need to be 330. I don't. I just need to be healthy and strong and firing all cylinders, and I think I got a chance to stop him. I don't have to be 330. I can be 270, 260. It doesn't matter. It's not about weight. I'm just claiming that if Hermes proportionately has made strength gains the way he's made weight gains, that's a bad dude. I mean, but we don't know. We won't find out until we see him arm wrestle. I'm just saying he was a badass at a lighter weight. He's badass at a middleweight. He's badass at a light heavyweight, badass at a heavyweight, badass at a super heavyweight, and now it's the biggest version we've ever seen of him, and he looks very motivated. But I believe it's because it's for the super heavyweight world title for East versus West, and I think the winner gets Levon. I haven't been following. I don't know what's out there, but I think the winner of that match is Levon's next opponent, King of Table 6.
Awesome.
I think. I don't know. I could be full of shit. I have no idea. I think that's the case, though.
That could be cool.
That could be ridiculous, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of that,
practice.
Let's go right into the practice. Okay, there are so many more matches that we need to discuss on East versus West 5, but that's going to be a separate...
Man, yeah, that'd be something. I don't even know who's on the card.
That's going to be a separate thing in itself because there are so many matches. Great,
a lot of really good matches.
Great matches.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, Artem Warzov versus Hermes left-handed.
Right.
Could be crazy because we just saw Artem, is vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think Gasparini would be hooking him. I think he'd be competing with him outside the top row. But if the Gasparini shows up that we're seeing, we might, the guy could take that #1 spot.
Is it smart for Gasparini, though, to have that match before he pulls Jerry?
Yeah. I used to pull right and left all the time.
Because you need all kinds of payday.
Yeah, you do. Hey, he's young. Okay. I was young once. Yeah. All right, so practice. Back in the day. Practice. Devon versus Prudnyk.
David.
I don't know. David and Goliath. Both of them. Devon versus Prudnyk. So let me tell you what my take is on that. I've seen a lot of the footage. Not just what's been released. I've seen a lot of the footage. And if you look at it from just watching the footage, not knowing what happened before, what condition both athletes are in, whatever, you would think it bodes relatively well for me. I am not of that mindset. I have no idea what Prudnyk did leading into that. I know Devon had been pulling a lot. I know one thing, Prudnyk is a paid actor.
Paid actor, guys.
Motherfucker's an actor. You know what I'm saying? So that means he's probably relatively good at acting. So I take zero confidence from watching that match, from watching that practice. It means this much to me. I'm training as if Prudnyk is a cyborg from another planet and is the strongest arm wrestler who ever existed, and I plan on cracking that wrist.
There you go.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, I can tell you from editing videos, you can edit videos to look like anything you want.
I sometimes seem like a nice guy in her videos.
Yeah. So there is...
The power of editing.
Trying to sandbag you, don't put it past them, Devon's forearm. The thing is also, any time that Devon is on video, you cannot trust what you're seeing.
not wholeheartedly,
He wants to shape what you're believing in that moment. And I take you back to all of those weigh-in videos before he had his match with Michael. He was weighing in, I'm 260, something like that.
293.
Dude shows up at 293.
Yeah.
You know what he was doing? Having something where he could lift up some of his weight. That's why you only saw his feet in the videos. So there is no way that you can trust what you saw on a little few-minute video about, because people are like, Prudnyk can't do anything with the King's move. I'm pretty sure he can. He trains with Hermes, doesn't he?
Prudnyk, they've trained together.
Yeah. I'm sure it's come across, and I'm sure it's come up.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's cool to see them. It's cool to see Devon pulling everybody. He took real good advantage of that, going over there to Germany, stopped off in France. Man, he's been pulling a lot. He just did a bunch of stuff with Juji, a bunch of filming up there. I think there was like a video of them having the practice with the North Carolina guys, pulled for like an hour. So he's getting great content. He's doing what he loves. He's getting out there and he's arm wrestling as much as possible. I saw that he's willing to go to 110 or 100 kg if it's necessary. If there's a match comes up that he needs to make that weight. so be it, right? But right now, like I said, I just ate whatever I wanted for 2 weeks. It was 267.8 or something in the pics I posted today at 121.5 kgs. I got to make 115 kgs. That should be, I should be able to be there by next Saturday, just cleaning up my nutrition, getting back on point. It was so nice to be back home today and get back into our routine and get back to cardio, get back to cold plunging in the pool. That shit was so cold. So we did our circuits this morning, cardio this morning, went out and got in the pool and then got in the sauna for 20 minutes. And that's our routine. And that's the routine we started before we left, and we really enjoy that. So yeah, man, I'm just focused. I'm training, hoping that no injuries are holding me back, and I can come in and just go banging into this East versus West 5. I really want to have a good performance against Prudnyk. I know he's going to be ready, and that's it. Like I said, fitness is probably what's more important to me than anything else. Just my health and fitness. I mean, I'm 49 years old. I'll be 50 years old soon. I want to be in the best health have the best fitness, best health of my life. I think that translates to the best arm wrestler I can be. We're gonna find out real soon. That's what I got on the practice video. Problems with MonsterFactory 3.
Okay, look, before we talk about that, problems with MonsterFactory 3, a lot of people are asking, what do you think about Dennis Cyplenkov's return?
Yeah, awesome. I would love to have a match with Dennis. I know he's supposed to. I hear that it might be Devon Vs Prudnyk that is his comeback match, which is a Legends match. That's awesome.
It is.
Those two guys bang. They've got a history. You know, the two Americans who have pinned Dennis are me and John. John, I think's pinned him, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 times, 6, 7 times, at least 7 times, maybe more. I've pinned him 3. Dennis has pinned me 5, 1 on fouls once. Dave beat him on fouls once. So there's been 3 Americans to ever be victorious over even one round over Dennis Cyplenkov. It's Devon Vs Prudnyk, me, and Dave Chafee. So to have John pull Dennis, I think is great. Apparently Dennis said, well, John's not that strong, but it'd be a great match for me to have. And John took offense. So that's pretty funny. But I would like to see that match. Dennis is a guy who I'd love to pull again, especially now that he has a King's move. I think that'd be a lot of fun to get on the table and just war it out. I think we could have some grinders, just long, ridiculously stupid matches. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, happy to have him back. Always a pleasure to have Dennis in the mix.
Awesome stuff. So, yes, problems with MonsterFactory 3. MonsterFactory 3 is December 10th.
December 10th.
Here at the MonsterFactory.
Right.
For all those people asking, no, we're not going to move it somewhere else because then it wouldn't be MonsterFactory arm wrestling, right? It'd be somewhere else arm wrestling. And I don't think that sounds, I don't know, that slogan, hey, somewhere else arm wrestling. That's not quite as catchy.
It's not as quite as catchy.
MonsterFactory arm wrestling sounds much better.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the problems. The first one.
Justin Bear has got a paid fighting match the night before.
MMA, right?
No, it's boxing.
Oh, boxing.
It's like it's some fighting promotion. It's not like a bare knuckles. They're still wearing gloves and stuff. But that's going to happen on December 9th. So it was a paid gig. He messaged me. He's like, hey, man, I had to wait to find out if the money was real. It is. I've got to take care of my family first. I'm like, hey, completely understand, no problem. We have found a replacement, which I think is a stellar match. So Micaiah is the guy who's going to be pulling. Now, you guys saw him at MonsterFactory 2 and some of the after pulling, the shoulder workout video. He's a freakishly, the log press video is what it was, freakishly strong human being. Damon from Nine Line works with him. He met him in practice in Savannah, and the guy's just a crazy strength athlete. Well, on December 10th,
we're super excited about this, and it's an undercard match.
It's an undercard match. He will be pulling the gentleman who just won the Texas State Championship amateur super heavyweight division.
But even more than that, he has a strict curl record.
He also has a bench press. He's raw incline bench 675 before.
Yes.
Which is unbelievable. Leroy, the
machine Walker is pulling at the MonsterFactory 3.
MonsterFactory 3, Micaiah Hawk, Leroy Walker. I think it's going to be an amazing match. 2 very, very, very strong human beings. Leroy has more experience now, but they've both been introduced to the sport about the same amount of time.
Yep.
It's just Micaiah hasn't been as active, hasn't pulled as much. But if you ask around, ask Paul Lynn how strong Micaiah feels, this is the left-handed match that could get match of the night.
It could. It could.
It's potentially going to be brutal.
It definitely could do that. So, guys,
So
by the way,
super excited to have the machine, Leroy Walker, on the card.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
That's me crazy, yeah. And I know that he does a lot of social media, so I'm sure he's going to be hyping this shit up a lot.
He does. Yeah. Well, let me just say that it was Leroy, the machine Walker, that was here working at in our gym when you damn near killed yourself on a band because it broke or it came off and you hit
twice. I hit myself with the damn band. We was doing the thing with him, and then I snapped the 282 for a triple, the 287 for a triple that I pinned on the cable machine and broke the cable. He was right there next to me. So yeah. Is he bad luck around here? I don't know. I've had a couple of mishaps when he was around, but yeah.
People gutted, had to miss you in the UK and Ireland next time, guys. Yes, sir. That's armed God. So, people are still asking about the call out. Guys, that's at the beginning of the video. We've already discussed that, and you can just go back and replay. And we will be putting up timestamps. Hey, Mike and Rebecca, what do you think about getting RVJ on a Monster Factory card? We've actually contacted
Okay, so here's the other problem.
Leading into the other problem with the Monster Factory.
Here's our other problem. I hate this.
I hate it so bad.
We were going to find out.
Because I was so excited to have him.
We're going to find out who the top 200-pound arm wrestler in the United States was. Yeah. North America. Craig Touye versus Daniel Mosier for the light heavyweight Monster Factory Championship. I was going through customs Tuesday, get a call from Daniel. He has to have surgery on his wrist next Friday. He cannot be recovered in time to pull on December 10th. I reached out to RVJ. RVJ was very interested in the match, could not make the date work. Damn. So the next match was Brandon L. Seltzer, because him and Craig were supposed to have a match at 205 last weekend, I believe. They got canceled. The promoter, it fell through. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it work. So right now, there is no light heavyweight championship match. And we don't have a match for Craig Touye.
That sucks.
It does,
so much
because Craig just lost his match with Brandon L. Seltzer. Super stoked, seen posted
and he's
pics.
in training.
No, he's peaking.
He's ready.
Dude's ready. But I can't just give him any match and make it a championship match. And I can't just give it any match because it has to make sense. I don't think we have a match for Craig for Monster Factory 3. So we might be losing him as a participant, which sucks because Craig and I go back almost to day one for me. We go back 30 years.
Someone was saying Pablo, didn't that match?
Pablo is pulling Paul in for the heavyweight belt.
Yeah, he is.
For the heavyweight belt, heavyweight title, heavyweight championship, there is no belt.
Paul in.
Yeah, so those are our two problems currently.
And Trey, we actually thought about that. Yeah, Aussie, it sucks big time. We thought about Ryan Bowen, but he would have to be vaccinated to come in, and he cannot get vaccinated. Anybody that lives outside the United States has to be fully vaxxed to get into the United States.
Someone just asked any matches of Pablo. Pablo is pulling Paul in for the 240-pound heavyweight Monster Factory Championship. So he's already on the card. Yeah.
So I just don't know.
I looked through the rankings. I looked at 220.
Someone asked about Justin Bishop.
No, that's not a championship match at 200 pounds. It's just not. I like Justin, but that's not that's not the match.
How about Ron Bath? Is he too heavy? Yes. He's
Ron Bath's weighing 200. If I'm not 50, coming back from the UK tour, Ron and I weigh the same.
Yeah. Is Corey West pulling Monster Factory 3? He is. He's pulling...
Left-handed for the number one in North America versus Cody Merritt.
Cody Merritt, yes, he is. Yep. So, guys, yeah, we are trying... I want to have Craig on the card. He's such a good guy, and he's so supportive, you know?
Yeah.
Artem can pull Craig, but that wouldn't be a championship match either, you know?
Yeah.
Coach Ray...
I didn't think about Coach Ray.
I didn't think about Coach Ray.
I still don't think that makes that a champion.
Vaccinated?
I mean, he travels. He came to the States. He came to Arizona. He just pulled Artem, beat Artem. I don't dislike that match. I don't think that's a championship match. It's a caliber match. I mean, nothing against Coach Ray. Championship was determined my chance.
Does it have to be a championship match?
No, it doesn't. I may talk to Coach Ray. I may ask Craig first if he's interested.
That was a good suggestion.
I like Coach Ray a lot. I think Craig is way too much for him. My opinion. I don't know. I mean, That's my opinion.
Marcio and Craig are not the same weight class.
So
guys.
far apart in weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, my God, not even close.
Yeah.
Gabby Bath.
Gabby.
If I was talking about a lighter weight dude, I would definitely consider that
She's
shit.
a beast.
You know what I'm saying?
She is a beast, without a doubt. She's a beast. So I wrote that before the Vax comment. RVJ was, like Michael said, was discussed. He couldn't make those dates work.
Levon versus
That's
Craig.
funny. That's funny.
Levon, man, so Levon and I have chatted quite a bit, and we were going to get him over this year, but he can't make it because
until next year.
I don't think, was it like the consulate doesn't open up to
the consulate that would allow him to travel here cannot. They don't even open until next year to start doing interviews. I mean, it's a big
deal still.
Trying to get someone from Georgia over here to.
We are 354 subscribers away.
Okay, Michael.
354. Hey, don't tell me to stop.
I don't want to know.
I don't go. Well, I will never talk to you again. How's that? 354.
Y'all, if I could count how many times I could say that, and you know he cannot do this for 3 minutes. Let's get the thumbs up higher, everyone. Yes, we've got 468 people on. Please click out of the chat and click the thumbs up button. This is a good time to say we are still partnered with Redcon 1 and 9 Line Apparel.
McHenry Excavating. Thank you guys so much for making 2022 such an amazing year. We have had a blast, dude. And
That's my 9 Line shirt. Super happy to have it.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it represents the 22 members. Lives lost to mental health reasons that are veterans. And daily.
Which is a horrible number.
Yes, so you can go and support 9 Line. I think someone's already dropped those links. If not, they're in the description. You can go support 9 Line, the company that gives back to its first responders and veterans. And you can also go support us through Redcon 1. Just be sure to use Monster 20 on both sites to let them know you appreciate the fact that they are supporting arm wrestling, the sport that you guys love.
I thought about Adam Rosinski, but that was a match that Washington State was wanting to host on that same day.
And you don't want to be a dude.
And I would feel like an asshole if I held that match at the MonsterFactory when they were in pursuit of that match prior. So that's the only reason that would keep me from offering the match to Adam, because Adam is very, very impressive. Good kid too. I like him.
Hunter Foster, we live right here in Hot Springs. Big Grove's Goat says Giannis versus Craig.
Okay, so Giannis just pulled Corey Miller. In my opinion, there's a huge gap between Corey Miller's level and Craig. Giannis is a phenomenal outside arm wrestler. For a 200-pound match, I don't think it makes sense. I mean, obviously Giannis, what you're going by is if I was willing to offer the match to Coach Ray, and Giannis beats Coach Ray, why would I not offer the match to Giannis? I understand the thinking and the logic. I just don't know. I have to discuss it with Craig. I'll just have to ask.
Sarah just said the same thing. What about Giannis for Craig?
Let me think. This is all news. This just literally just happened less than two days ago. So let me figure it out. The matches that made sense for RVJ. After RVJ wasn't able to work the dates, then Brandon Seltzer, because that match was supposed to happen last Saturday, and it's this Saturday. It's supposed to happen this Saturday. The match was this Saturday. Damn, it was October 8th, so it's supposed to be this Saturday, and the event got canceled last week. So that's unfortunate. And
you guys are dropping some great names. And two, we had not really planned on getting Europeans in until next year.
Well, we have the Aussie guy coming, Kyle Hower, and then we have Joe Fox coming from Canada. So it isn't an only United States card this time. We do have 2 international pullers coming. So I'm not opposed to that. The budget's set. I can only offer them what I was offering Dan.
Right.
I don't have any extra money in the budget. So that would have to be something they'd have to be willing to negotiate with me for I don't know. We'd have to figure that out.
Yeah, right.
Because the budget's what the budget is. This is by far our most expensive MonsterFactory yet, by a margin. You know what I mean? So.
Robert Gould says he thinks that Ray would make it closer than most people think against Touye.
And it's easy to think that way, Robert, and I agree. I see what you're saying. I've known Craig for a very, very long time, and a lot of people thought Roger Cunningham was going to make it close too, and we saw how that went.
I think it'd be neat if the MonsterFactory was an American-only competition. I had actually thought about that, but we also want to. Okay, think about it this way. A lot of the arm wrestlers that you're seeing pull on the undercard and even some up on the main card are not very well
What's
known.
up, Leroy? He says he's excited to join. Go ahead, babe.
Excellent. Are not very well known. And so we're giving them a platform where they can become better known. And what better way for us to get them outside of just the folks that know them here in the USA than to actually pair them up occasionally with someone from Canada, Australia, eventually Europe. We want to highlight and showcase North Americans, you know, as well. And so obviously always it's going to be a very heavy North American card, but we would like to eventually get in some more talent from around the world. Better to showcase
Let me tell you
our
what's
people.
just funny as hell. Robert goes like, plus I want to meet Coach Ray because he's going to be one of the VIPs here.
Oh yeah. He just texted you that?
No, he just posted it right there. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah. Coach Ray is great, right? I don't have
Froda
any bets.
Hoagland, Craig, I think, beat Froda for the Arm Wars middleweight title.
Love Froda,
before.
though.
I love Froda. Froda's awesome. But none of those are going to be 200-pound championship matches. They're going to be good matchups. If we have them, they're just
Yeah, I just
We
saw
know title on
Robert
the line.
ask Phil if he's going to be here. Listen, I am absolutely gutted, and that Phil is an amazing supporter. I've really become I've become dependent on him and lean on him greatly because he is great at organization and managing things. And it looks like he's just been out so much, guys, and he's got to tend to his family. It's right there at Christmas time too.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on. He's
so-
like, I need to limit my trips to the Monster Factory to once a year. And he was just here in July. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like Phil's going to make it to this one.
So unless you guys can figure out a way to clone him and get me my own
I'm
Phil.
telling you, the guy, he's extremely organized and meticulous when it
so.
comes to preparation of things.
Yeah.
So it's definitely ideal for this situation because I am not those things. You know, I like a schedule, I like structure, but I'm also kind of like, yeah, it's gonna all work out. I'm that dude.
Did you message this person right here, by the way?
What?
Okay, do you guys have some plans to do more videos with Gigi and Devon? I love the content and think it helps to grow the arm wrestling sport a lot. Much love to both of you. We're busy.
We're super busy.
Like,
So
our
I'm gonna go
schedules
ahead
are
and put it out there. I
packed.
haven't got to tell him yet.
Well, don't tell it on
Well, then I
social
don't.
media.
Okay, well, I won't.
Okay. I try inspiration leads to motivation. Thank you so much, Phil. Work on that cloning thing, all right?
Damn, for real, Holmes. What's up?
Very serious question. How do I grow my beard that big? Don't cut it. If I was
Well,
ever...
I've trimmed 5 or 6 inches off a couple times since 2017, and I go in and get it, you know, maintained every 2 to 3 weeks probably. But basically, shampoo and conditioner daily will make it grow.
So, someone was asking if Luke Q1, if I was ever to come to the U.S., would you allow me to come and see and train at the MMT dojo? I'm going to answer this both 2 different ways. I saw someone a while ago say, is there a way they can get a ticket into the Monster Factory 3? I think we only have like 3 VIPs left.
Yeah, I gotta look.
Yeah, I think we only got 3 VIP seats left. We have to keep it small. Even the people that are coming and competing can only bring 1 person with them because 1, we want to keep the environment. We want to be able to control the environment so that the guys watching at home are able to get a good clear picture, you know, with good sound. So we need to control the environment. And 2, it's very small setting. All right. It is not going to be in some big auditorium where you can seat hundreds of people. It's literally our home and gym where people are at. So we don't have a lot of space, but we did open up an extra 5 spots, total of 15 VIPs that can come and be here. They get to come in before the action starts, be here for all of the action, and then hang out for the after pulling and after parties, whatever. And so 3 spots left at $500 each. Those spots, like I said, get you if we food also, you know.
Yeah.
You can
It's
come and
not
eat.
much food. Now the way the event will be
pizza.
Yeah, it's gonna be pizza.
Yeah.
I always buy something. Well, I mean, who knows? It's noon that day. We're doing this event at noon instead of previously we were doing them at 5. So the VIP access gets you? You can come in Friday night for the weigh-ins, for the preliminary matches that we're gonna have. I don't know what you call them, undercard, whatever. Because the undercard is on Saturday. You got the main card on Friday night. We have 2 out of 3 preliminary matches. We only have 1 set. May just be 1. But really, we're just going to go over the rules, do a weigh-in, and then have a couple of fun little matches. It gets you into that. The next day, it gets you here. The event starts at noon. Probably get here at 10:30 or so. Hang out with the athletes. After we're over with around 4, we're going to have a hangout, kick it. Hang out with all the arm wrestlers, do whatever. Maybe we all go somewhere that evening. I don't know. But really, it's just come in, hang out.
Big Growth Goats, those are $500.
Yeah, the VIPs are $500.
So the Swayze Express one, have you thought about going to Asia? We actually would love to go to Asia. I follow a few YouTube channels in Korea, and they are very popular. Leroy Walker, thank you for your support.
You're a pimp, baby.
Can't wait
to have you here, man. Congratulations on winning the Texas State as well. So let me tell you how it works for us. We love to travel. We are people who love to travel. We love to see the world. And that's leading into what we're going to talk about next. But the hardest thing for us is missing our dogs. It's so hard for me to do international travel and miss my dogs. They're my family. They're like my kids.
Oreo still has to wear the cone of shame.
We picked her up. We didn't know she has to wear it till
she runs into
Saturday.
Everything.
Till Monday. Yeah, she's hitting everything. But they're precious. They mean so much to us. So, do we want to come to Asia? Absolutely. Do we want to go to Egypt and see the pyramids? No doubt.
100%.
There's so many places I want to see. But right now, I'm still available for international elite level super matches, seminars, stuff like that. But leading into what we're going to talk about right now, starting January 7th.
I will feel I'll send those across.
I have a tentative event that I might attend. I've been back and forth with the promoter, talking about some cool ass awards. It is winter. It's January 7th, and it will be in northern Ohio. I can't remember exactly the name of the place, but that's
Aussie arm wrestler, we would love to.
I potentially will be in Ohio starting January 7th for my quest for 100.
Okay, so a lot of you on here have probably not seen that video where we announced it because it wasn't watched much, but
it was not watched much. I was surprised.
Starting the first of the year, this man is setting out and going and pulling pro tournaments, open tournaments, guys, letting everyone in the world know he's going to be there. So you can show up and you can pull him. But after we saw the excitement of folks that competed against him in Oklahoma, we had so much fun. He's going out and he's going to compete and hopefully win 100 first place awards, which means he's going to be pulling multiple classes at every tournament that he can. If he can make 242s, if he can make supers, left and right, and if they have a Masters, he'll pull that.
And once I'm 50, June 12th, if they have an over Masters, Juan Ortega, that's at Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yeah.
That would be the event. I was just looking up the flyer just now. If a lot of people have reached out and offered, they want me to attend their events for next year, because what it is, it's going to come down to proximity to where I'm at the previous week. Like if I'm in Bowling Green, Ohio on the 7th of January, I'm most likely not going to be in San Diego on January 14th.
Not happening.
Probably not going to happen.
We're not making
I might be in Ireland with Marcus Thompson at Arm Gods on January 14th. We don't know. So that's how it's looking for us. Practice Saturday, I'll be there. Look forward to seeing you. Thanks for the support. So yeah, it'll be proximity to where I'm at the previous week. It'll be, are we allowed to film for our social media platforms? Do you have enough space at the venue for me to park my RV?
Because we're not separating from our dogs.
I'm not separating from my dogs.
They won't come into the venue,
No,
but they need
I just
to be
have to be able to
where I
walk
can check on
outside
them.
and go check on them, come back in, take them out to pee, walk them, whatever. Awards. How cool is your award? If your awards are badass, that
draws his attention.
More likely I'm going to be there. I already have a super match set up August 26th, which is crazy because it's almost a year from now. I guess it's 11 months from now, versus Robbie Topi, a rematch with Robbie Topi in northern Idaho. So
Josh Holden, we will be publishing that list. Now understand, it's always subject to change.
we already did. We put it on our community.
No, we didn't. We put it to members only.
Members only, okay.
But it's not full and complete yet.
No,
either.
I don't. It's never going to be complete because I don't know what's going to happen. Things may change.
Let me say something just really quickly.
Go
though.
ahead.
A lot of people are like, "Oh my God, just show up to be second to MMT, whatever." Let me tell you, he's gonna be training every week. He's gonna be pulling.
I'll tell you how much.
Most likely every week.
Yeah.
So you're talking about And he's not peeking and pancaking for anything.
Yeah.
All right? This is your year, folks.
If you want to get a crack at me and get a win on me, this is going to be your best year to do it.
It's your year.
So basically, I will compete on Saturday. I will do back and biceps on Sunday, chest, triceps on Monday, shoulders Tuesday, legs Wednesday, rest Thursday, Friday, compete again on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's going to be my routine. Now, if any time in there becomes an elite level supermatch where I have to travel overseas, I would do the same training, take a couple of weeks off of competing, train up to the week before, take a week off, and then travel and compete. So that's it, man. I'm gonna compete. I'm gonna win 100 first places. In 2001, I had a sponsor, and I pulled 35 events that year. I weighed 198. I entered as many weight classes as possible, and I won 112, 14 awards, like 92 first. So as far as I know, no one's ever won 100 first places in a year. If it was, John Brzenk, I'm sure, is the one that did it, because he would go to events and enter 5 different divisions and win everything, right? And if they paid money, he'd probably arm wrestle 20 times a year. Who knows? If not, I'm out of breath just listening to this.
But guys, do you know how much fun this is going to be? Showing up at all of these tournaments, just the atmosphere of competing is freaking addicting. But having everybody there, we'll be able to highlight these tournaments that we're going to. They'll get to premiere on Michael's channel. You know, we'll also be highlighting some of the pullers. So you'll be getting to meet some people while we're out there on the road doing this tour that you may not have met otherwise. I'm looking really forward to
absolutely. And
just showing the rest of the world that arm wrestling tournaments are still the thing. That is where people are so focused on supermatch pulling. Guys, you need to be pulling tournaments. You need to be grabbing a
this
hold
is
of
how I
as you
started
can.
years ago. I'm in my 33rd year. I just had my 32nd anniversary last month.
Yeah.
I'm in my 33rd year of competition, and it's all started for me at tournaments. I would get a flyer in the mail and I'd go to a tournament. I was making a list. Now, it's so funny because I've literally started making a list of proximity events where I can go to, blah, 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 blah. How many, what all classes they offer. Am I willing to make 242s? Am I willing to make that cut each week to pull a 242 class, especially like right now when I'm weighing 270, it's shit. Does that even make sense? But it just depends. It's gonna be a hell of a lot easier to win 100 first places if I can enter multiple weight classes. But I already have a list of over 25 events that are all tentative that I'm looking at. Now, Robert Gould, amazing. I talked to him about the main event April 1st. He's like, oh, I'll go ahead and throw $1,000 into the overalls. I talked to him today. I was like, I cannot guarantee you that I'll be able to be there. It's because we have our 5th grandchild on the way.
Okay, I have said this repeatedly, Robert. I'm gonna do this in plain talk. I'm gonna tell you, it's actually about 60 to 70% chance we can't.
Just because it depends on how healthy the pregnancy is, how things are going. If everything looks good chance we'll be there. If things are not progressing the way that we need, this is a 30-year labor delivery nurse. She thinks of every possible scenario. If things don't look right, we're staying home. Right, and that means the week before Coney Island event, I won't be at that one either. Because the reason I scheduled it the way I scheduled it is I was going to hit Coney Island on the 25th, and from the 25th to April 1st, I was going to sightsee northern Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine and all that stuff, and then compete and then drive back home and be ready here for the birth of our 5th grandchild. But if it's not looking good, I can't make either one of those events. It'll just depend. Like everything is subject to life, right? But I know that Redcon One Energy they're fully behind this venture. As the things right now, they're providing us with an RV, wrapped Redcon One Energy, Monster Michael Todd, and we will be on the road in 2023. Like I said, starting.
I'm super excited to meet everybody.
When we say that we're excited,
we had so much fun.
When we say we're excited,
we would start now.
I would withdraw from my match at East versus West if the sponsorship and the events were scheduled now to go ahead and start. Because I love it. I love arm wrestling. I love competing. Do I want to beat Prudnyk? Do I want to add my 24th world title? Do I want to add another league's world title to my resume? Absolutely. Is it going to be hard as hell to accomplish that goal? Without a doubt. Am I ready? 100%. I'll be in my best form ever to try to take that victory. That being said, if I could go right now and start the tour, I'd start right now. I had so much fun last year when we did the tour.
And we didn't even compete.
It was no competitions.
It was just showing up for practice.
So understand, when I leave my house for this tour, there will not be an arm wrestling table with me because I will not be doing any practices. If you want to see me, show up to the tournament. The way this content's gonna look for me is we're gonna film the event. If I have enough left in my arm, I'll do a king of the table afterwards and we'll film that and that'll be a separate video. The content during the week may be alive, just depends, who knows. The rest of the stuff is gonna be training, life, hiking, fitness, and a lot of that's gonna be featured on Rebecca Todd's channel, My Life with a Monster.
Carolyn Loomis, we are definitely gonna be hitting snow. I know this
If
already.
you guys are not subscribed to Rebecca Todd's channel, you are missing out on some awesome UK
Well, there's
tour,
a lot of stuff to come
UK
out.
tour content. I watched the second one today. We have some people here editing our videos while we're gone. Spectacular. You get to travel along with us and see this, and that's what next year is going to be. We're going to take you along this journey with us, and you're going to get to see it all. But a lot of that content is going to be specific to her channel. Arm wrestling, king of the table, maybe a live, maybe a workout. That's the weekly content you're going to see from me next year. The rest of the content, the lifestyle stuff, the hiking, more of the training, CrossFit, all those things are going to be featured on Rebecca's channel. Highly recommend you guys go subscribe to that. Now, if y'all don't have fucking 400 friends who are willing to go subscribe to my channel right now and give me this damn silver button, there's 405 of y'all on here right now. Phone a fucking friend. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
Okay, so now I've got to go and bleep all of that out. I see the hashtags.
I'm just saying, guys, seriously, this shit is
taking
taking forever. You know?
Oh,
But seriously, there's 404 right now. Create a fake account. I don't care. Go get
Michael,
me.
all of those are checked. They have to verify.
I'm just playing.
That you got
I know y'all
real
all got friends.
subs,
You're not in your
okay?
mom's basement. Y'all have friends. Y'all are real people.
Oh, thank you, Phil, for sharing that. He shared my channel.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see day 1 and day 2. Hopefully, they'll have day 3 to me very soon. But it's like so much happened, guys, on the trip. And it was just amazing. And I wanted to be able to vlog it so that I could take you all along with us because I have 9 fake accounts.
Aussie Arm Wrestler is like, give me a live update on how many we have left. We are 351 subscribers away. We're at 99,000. Well, 349. We're at 99,651.
James Anthony, been a member for... Hi, all. Thank you so much for being
Thank
a
you, James.
member.
I appreciate your support,
I
man.
followed with 3 of my YouTubes.
Hell yes, Sarah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep updating.
You guys are so much
I just lost a subscriber. I don't like you. Whoever you just left, you're out.
That's probably one of the fake accounts that just got booted off. Come on. 24-hour
350
live
away,
camp.
350
Yeah,
away.
100,000. So anyways, guys, we're going to get there. When we get there, I'm not the one that's actually just watching everything tick across because when we started this channel back, actually started building it in 2000.
We really started building it in 2018.
18. Yes.
After, like, we were at, when I pulled Marcio. Like,
Marcio.
listen, you guys need to have a separate account.
Yeah.
That's when we started the Instagram.
Right.
Started pushing the Facebook. Was it 18 we did Facebook?
Yes.
I mean, not Facebook,
No,
YouTube?
YouTube, yes. So that, no.
I don't know.
It might
I
have
think-
been 19.
We started putting stuff out in 17 in
But
my
not really
preparation.
paying
I mean,
attention
we didn't start
to it.
building, I don't think we started building it until 20.
Oh, well, the thing was
it 20?
Oh, thank you so much, Kyle. The thing was it didn't really kick off until we met with Juji and Tom.
Yeah, we were at 15,000 subscribers almost 2 years ago. This month, 2 years ago, we
Thank
were
you,
15,000
Josh.
subscribers. We went to Juji and Tom, and within a week, we were at 22.5.
Right.
And then we
So-
went to Dubai with Larry for a week. We got another 7,500. We were at 30,000.
And the thing is that we
But-
don't just, guys, we really love connecting with you guys. And when you subscribe to this channel, we want it to be because you know that you're going to be coming to see authentic monster.
You're shaking the table
Stuff.
with your elbows on.
It's just authentic. You will never see anything where we are not transparent. When what you see is what you get with Monster Michael Todd and myself. So, and sometimes you're not going to like what we have to say, you know?
Yeah, and seriously, I mean, this is not the politically correct channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to spare anybody's feelings on my channel. This is my life.
Yeah.
And I'm letting you into our life.
Yeah.
So many people want to put me in this arm wrestling box. Arm wrestling has been a very intricate part of my life. I'm 49 years old. I've been in my 33rd year. I've been doing this a very long time.
That's funny. Tinker says, transparent, like MMT's wax chest. Yup.
For real. I'm hairy again, though.
He's
I'm
hairy again. I'm so happy.
But yeah, guys, I appreciate this support.
Absolutely.
It really does mean a lot to me because I'm going to be honest. We're introverts living an extrovert life. This is not the idea of, oh, I just want to go ahead and share my life with everybody. But I've gotten so used to being with you guys and seeing, I still don't like the negative shit. I hate that. I'm getting better at it. Like, I don't try to kill everybody and I don't cuss everybody out.
Growth. It's growth. He's growing, guys. You're helping him to grow.
But seriously, I just want to say thank you for all the support so far. Like I said, 2 years ago, almost to the day, we were at 15,000 subs. 15,000, you know? And I just think just so much more to come, so much more fun, so much more life that we're going to bring to y'all.
I am not an extrovert, Robert.
There's going to be a lot of wins.
Robert says I seem like an extrovert.
There's going to be a lot of wins, but there's going to be some losses.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I know. Definitely not an extrovert. There's going to be some losses, especially next year on the Quest for 100. I can't win every event. I mean, think about it. If a certain tier is all I face all year, I can probably win every event, even with me getting fatigued. But if that next tier shows up every fourth event, not winning. If that top tier shows up,
might be in trouble.
Yep, I might be in trouble for that event plus the next week's event, right? Because I may be beat up. You got to figure if Dave or Jerry or any of these guys show up at any of these events that I'm at when I'm pulling back-to-back weeks, not going to fare super swell for me. You let me pull either one of those guys fresh for fresh, both of us ready and know a date, I love my chances.
Shane, I love that.
Me pulling every week and then one of these guys popping up, ooh, I'm in trouble. You got to figure some of these matches some of these victories are going to come with this left arm. I don't know where my left's at. It's pretty good. Can I win every week pulling left? Who knows? We're going to find out in 2023. Quest for 100 is real. I got to build more fucking shelves because I'm going to bring home a bunch of trophies. That's how that's going to work.
They might do it just because they know you are there. That's right, because we are going to be putting it out. We're going to put out where
you won't know where we're at every weekend because every weekend there's a lot of weekends there's multiple events. Mm-hmm. So we might tease you. Okay, guys, here we are. There's a tournament here. You guys have to show up to find out where we're going to be at. But at the same time, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you're talking about Michael not being an introvert, yeah, he is. He's just more extroverted than I am. I am a complete hermit. Okay. Jaggers versus MMT Lefty. You guys both look fantastic. Keep up the great work. I'll also be honest and say that I used to not like MMT when I watched him in WAL. Grew to love those guys over there.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Austin Jaggers' performance against Robbie Toby left-handed was spectacular.
Through the YouTube channel. Glad you guys made the channel. Oh, thank you so much,
So
Randy.
my comment, go ahead.
I think it's great putting content in. Oh, thank you. Phil Woody, thanks for the entertaining ride, guys. Amazing journey, 100,000 subs and road to 100 Monster Marathon 2023. P.S. Michael, one finger pulling champ.
Bam, we have that video.
Yeah.
All right, so Austin Jaggers' performance against Robbie Toby left-handed, very, very impressive. What I saw was he probably has a stronger hand and wrist than me left-handed. I don't think he has a stronger arm. So unless he plans on top rolling me, I think he's going to run into my arm, and it's going to be a hell of a match. I think the guy's super strong. I think I got more experience, maybe a little bit more top-end strength. I think he's got me beating the hand and wrist. So over 5 rounds, it could be very, very interesting. I think I'm ranked 6, and he's ranked 7 currently.
That could be a good match.
Who's a promoter's got some dollars. Make it happen. All right.
Caleb Williams. Michael, I'm so excited about your match with Evgeny. I know the top 5 in the world, MMT is here. I want to see you 3-0 Prudnyk. Already happened in my dreams multiple times, so it's going to happen.
Well, there you go. I love that you're a psychic because that's how I see it as well.
All right, guys. All right. I just left and subscribed from 4 more channels. Thank you, guys.
My man.
Continue. Remember, like, comment, share. When we stick stuff out, it helps people to find us. And let's continue growing. We will let you know. We'll go live whenever we do hit 100,000.
Unless it's in the middle of the night and I'm sleeping. But when we wake up,
when
if we're 100,000, I'm like, what's up?
No, I'm one of those that's going to be watching it for a minute.
We're 347 away, by the way.
I'm going to be watching it for a minute because this is what YouTube does to you. You get a number and then YouTube goes through cleaning out bots and you drop 300. So
that shit pisses me off.
I'm going to be watching it for a little while. So once I know that we're really at 100, we'll go live.
Yeah.
We'll make some special announcements.
All right, guys. Y'all be blessed. Have a good evening. Thanks for support. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.
See you later.